Coming up after the break, how a brand new book can comfort kids going through adoption. And we'll focus on the need for forever families. We'll be right back. And Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
birthday.
Mouse.
There you go. You have to do the weather like that. Perfect.
No, and you touched my hair. I cannot believe.
Oh, yeah, you can't
I
touch
spent
his
a lot
hair.
of time on my hair, and you touched
Well,
my hair.
it doesn't move, too.
Here you go.
That's what I need. It doesn't move. It can't move. That's an old John Travolta reference from Saturday
Well,
Night
your hair's
Fever,
going to
if
mess
you
up
remember.
anyway because you said it's going to rain.
Suspect. Now, here locally, they tell me that this is the world that we live in now. We have to be ready no matter what, and law enforcement is constantly.
Nearly 24 veterans from all over the state came to this stage right here to be inducted in the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. Welcome back. Halloween may be over, but some zombies are still lingering around in Mexico, and they're doing it for a good cause. We first told you about the heroic actions of an Ohio nurse during the Las Vegas massacre. Chris Hull was at the Las Vegas concert. She caught a red-eye back to Columbus after working through the night to save lives.
Welcome to Good Day Columbus. I'm Maria Durant.
I'm Jackie Orozco.
And I'm Phil Kelly.
And don't
Hey,
forget,
who's behind you there, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, Muggsy, where have you been?
This is our new mascot. All right, this is how you do it. Oh, hi. Oh, there you go.
Well,
you got that?
I don't know if I'll be doing that next weekend.
Oh, I think you will. There's going to be a bet between here.
Yes, they're playing against my alma mater,
We're
U
gonna
of
be
I.
betting.
So you got to tune in for next weekend. So we'll see. Now, still to come, the president lands in the capital of the Philippines.
About protest.
That's right, we just got here on campus. Now, this is only affecting fraternities, and just driving down this street, we just noticed a group of fraternities.
Celebrity sexual assault accusations continue to pour out. Team USA goalkeeper Hope Solo says she was sexually assaulted by former FIFA president Sepp Blatter. Coming up, as the temperatures continue to drop, a warning about using your smartphone outside.
Why?
I was at the edge of my seat. I was just like, at first I was like, they may not win.
Yeah.
But then it was like an amazing comeback. It was great.
We'll eliminate this whole silliness of bouncing back and forth.
But what we're not confused about is the awesome weather today.
Well-
Like, you didn't even need a coat, sweater, nothing.
Tempered.
Kroger's dietitian Molly Hembry is going to show us all the stuff that you can eat even when you have diabetes, right? You can't be depriving yourself so much. So you broke it down in 3 tables. So what do we have here? Exciting events for kids with activities and games, and it's all educational, of course. Lisa Henry is live at the Ohio Expo Center for Learning Rocks. What's going on?
9, if you just hold on to the trigger, then flick your wrist twice, then you hear it load, and you can shoot, and it makes futuristic sounds.
I like it. Oh, wait.
You shoot each other's targets.
I'll be back.
There you go. All right, here we go. Put your target there.
You shoot
How
each
much
other's
are these
targets.
again?
This is $49.99 for the set.
In the football fever, today's the big day, senior day. More than a dozen players will make their final appearance in the shoe as players when the Buckeyes kick off against my alma mater, Illinois, right here.
I'm back for this.
Why do you
There
always
you
do
go.
that to us?
Bring some
oh
back.
my God, we're like starving, and she's like, let me just have this delicious cheesecake.
Or a cup of coffee.
But it's packed there, so a lot of people out there. It's a
Good
great
place
thing.
to go because it's so cold outside.
Exactly. Now, the newest generation of moms are influencing the toy business.
News alert.
Breaking news, Columbus police are at a SWAT situation in northwest Columbus right now. Democrats tell me that they had a feeling he was going to be running for governor since Labor Day. They're thrilled to hear this news since they say Richard Cordray is a true champion for the middle class. Republicans, on the other hand, say that he's not only a bad choice for governor, he's crooked.
Entire vat of fudge. The producer is like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. No,
That's
no.
for us.
Yeah, don't touch.
Well,
I'm not supposed to
I
touch.
expect a win, though, today, because a win today, because I have tickets.
You gotta go. You gotta cheer loudly, and I'm just gonna eat all this food just in case it's another bad Saturday. Let's hope not. All right.
Yeah, let's hope
Where's the
not.
faith?
All right, Dave.
Celebrating that by making the perfect red, white, and blue sundaes to serve, as you can see right here. Shayna Martin Garnell is here with Grater's Ice Cream to show us how to make the perfect sundae. You know what? I'm not even making a sundae. I'm just
Neither
putting
am I.
all
I'm
the
going around and
toppings.
doing every single
I'm just
thing.
going to see what,
Because it doesn't look pretty, guys.
what
but
was
look.
this one?
Who cares?
We're just putting it on. Just putting it on.
Delicious.
know.
That's all you need to know.
Okay, here you go. Here's
The miraculous college football playoffs, well, that path may be slightly clear now.
That is right.
Or you could pre-prep some stuff,
Right.
freeze some, like I love to make some tamales for
Yes.
Thanksgiving, so make some dough before, then freeze it, and then when you're ready to do it.
Yeah, anything that you can do so that you're not spending that whole day in the kitchen.
Sure
Like that?
was. Oh, wait. We're on Fox now.
Yep.
I'm only doing this once.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Let me see.
Here's the thing. You root for the Buckeyes, but you graduated from Illinois.
You
so
can
we
root for
did
your
give
alma
you the.
mater.
But, you
yes.
know, we kind of did struggle when I was in college for football. So, Ohio State, I knew
There
they
you
were
go.
good.
You can adopt it.
We're learning more about Ohio State suspending its fraternities. The university. Now, cue the Christmas music because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It certainly is. We'll show you where a brand new
Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is donating money he received from Al Franken. Brown's campaign says it will give more than $28,000 received since the 2006 to charity. Meanwhile, another dry but cold-filled, let's not forget about that. A Columbus man is giving back to the community after in the football fever. It's officially beat Michigan week, and the Bucks are now preparing to take on that team up north that
That's
we don't
right.
name.
Don't say
A
that.
lot of people have sides.
Go
What
ahead.
kind of sides can you prepare in advance? You know, cook them before, freeze them, and
Sure.
then take them out for Thanksgiving. So what would you recommend? Thanksgiving is this week, just a few days away.
That's right.
And a lot of home cooks like myself are already stressing over the stuffing.
Yeah, what are you going to make?
Tamales.
Tamales. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you could use turkey. We like to use a turkey in the tamales.
There you go.
The Browns may be without a star left tackle Joe Thomas for the rest of the season, but they're making sure he'll be happy when he returns. Cleveland is making him the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. Thomas will get a $3 million raise for this season and next year.
What do you have over there, Maria?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
There we go, because it is National Donut Day.
We're always looking for a reason to have something, aren't we?
Breakfast of champions.
It certainly
We
is.
all-
The movement will host a brunch today dedicated to celebrate extraordinary women in business, leadership, and community development. And here to tell us all about that is the president and CEO of the Diva Movement, Noni Banks. So thank you.
Yes.
But for a lot of folks that don't know what the Diva Movement is, what is it? It is a cool name, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Actor Lou Diamond Phillips is facing DWI charges after being arrested early yesterday morning in Texas. A Northeast Ohio man is facing charges in connection to the death of his fiance's mother. Tara Molina has new information in this investigation. So we need the rain
today's
jacket and sweater?
No.
Oh.
Completely
I'm
opposite.
always off on. See, that's why you
today's
do
good.
the weather.
It's going to be a mild weekend. I don't think you're going to need the jacket.
Singer Selena Quintanilla sang her last song. Now her legacy is being honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The queen of Tejano music got her star on Friday. It's a loss that's hard to explain, let alone believe it. Clay Hall recaps a humbling loss for the third-ranked Buckeyes.
National Donut Day.
I just like to keep showing it.
We haven't had one yet.
Some of them are missing. We haven't had any. We swear. Swear. We haven't had any. But anyway, the good news is if you make some smart choices now, you can avoid the holiday pounds. Personal trainer Melanie Ash is here to help us, give us some tips, and she was already telling us eat only half of the
I know.
donut.
She told us no.
All right, so you have some cool stuff for us, right?
Yeah, so
what happens if people can't afford a personal trainer, though?
I think anybody can
Okay.
afford the investment. I really do. I think you have to look at to someone else. See, yes.
I'm giving it to
Got
Jackie.
this one.
I'm giving it to Maria.
I say with sweet treats, re-gift it.
If you love donuts, it's time to celebrate them.
Today, National Donut Day.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Mine's the Boston cream pie.
Mine too.
Have a great
Yeah.
Sunday, everybody. Watch out for the storms tonight. I'll be live on. Can I get off on a rant today? I thought you were going to steer me to weather.
No, I was going to say, are we getting some sunshine today?
We are. The morning, the first part of the morning. I did tell my wife, I said, you know, Jackie, she's good.
In ABC 6 Sports, LeBron added another accomplishment to his already lengthy list of accolades. He is now the youngest player ever to reach 29,000 career points. It's crazy to think, but we're already talking about the playoffs. Jay Richardson has a recap of the first week.
Fall from grace from a former Ohio Principal of the Year.
Rodney Dunnigan is looking into his background. And for the first time,
Look at this!
I am going to the OSU game. Look at that.
And
Where
you're
are you
taking
gonna-
me,
I was
right?
going to say, where are you going to keep those tickets?
taking
Because then
me.
they slide away.
I know I shouldn't use these as props, but it's
Yeah, you better be
proof that
careful.
I'm going. And it's my first game, and it's going to be frigid cold.
Well, it's, you know,
Well, after the break, a new warning if you are planning to take your new iPhone. Is that a new one? Out in the cold.
we'll say it is. And what some people will do when they're angry. That's when you're hungry and angry, in case you didn't know. We'll show you a fight.
Items have been placed at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington.
Now you can see where those items are secretly stored and why a few very special items were left behind at the wall. Jay Korf has the spellbinding story. The Columbus mother accused of leaving her 3 kids home by themselves when a fire started was in front of a judge yesterday.
Terry,
But you can't eat it right now because you have to do the
I know, I
weather.
gotta walk over there.
He was just about to stuff it in his face.
Maria Durant.
I'm Jackie Orozco.
And I'm Phil Kelly. Guys, is it cold enough for you this morning?
It sure
Yes.
is. When you know, this starts running, then you know it's cold.
nose? Yes.
Yes, I gotta go catch it.
It is the, it's the...
This one is part of my family. It's a picture of my cousin, Hugo Romero from Houston, Texas. He's pictured on the far left. He joined the Army when he was 18, and this picture is when, with his platoon before they were deployed to Iraq. Thank you for your service. Now make sure you keep those pictures coming. Download our free ABC. I'll cheer for the Buckeyes when it's not against Illinois.
There you go. Stay with us for more Good Day Columbus.
Honoring the nation's bravest, 20 veterans are now part of the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. As I found out, they showed not only outstanding achievement in the military, but in their communities as well.
One by one, these military vets honored for their determination,
by his undaunted courage and unwavering devotion to duty,
their strength,
for saving a young boy's life by administering CPR,
and for their compassion.
for his 17,500 volunteer hours.
Army and Air Force veteran John Evans dedicated his life volunteering after the military at the VA hospital in Cleveland.
I just try to be their friend. We're the ones that keeping this country safe, and we enjoy doing it.
Army veteran Holly Keister paved the way for other military women to take leadership roles.
I was company commander for the 101st. I was over in Germany. I was a platoon leader, so it was the greatest 10 years of my life.
She's also the first disabled person to complete a marathon in all 50 states.
And I'm getting recognized for things that I'm having fun doing.
Army veteran Warren Motz from Franklin County is also part of this year's Hall of Fame. He founded the Motz Military Museum back in 1987.
Warren created a world-class institution dedicated to educating the public on military history.
The ceremony closed by playing each military branch's service song. Once they heard their song, they stood up. And the crowd saluted them, especially to those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
May each of our veterans feel honored, not just today, but every day.
Overdose is actually down since 2009, but it's still a huge problem if we're talking about overdoses in general. Here in Franklin County, it's actually double the homicide rate.
Arming patients with tools.
We see it right in here. Healthy alternatives, patient education, and a safe plan.
These brochures and pamphlets are part of a statewide campaign, Take Charge Ohio. The CDC is paying for it, nearly $1 million. There's a website and a social media push to highlight the dangers of opioid abuse.
The materials that they get at the physician office is not just something that's handed to them, but something that serves as a format for interaction between the physician and the patient.
But is the campaign targeting the right people? A mental health counselor from the Legacy Freedom Treatment Center says doctors need help too.
The doctors need to be educated. That's who needs to be educated. You know, you have to do a little bit more, looking at their records and find out how many times have these people been in here for medication? Are they drug seeking? You don't know if they are or not.
The Attorney General agrees. He blames drug companies for misleading docs and telling them some drugs are not addicting.
They created this mess. They need to be part of the solution.
Johnston has a 23-year-old daughter fighting her own addiction and fights for her every day.
As a mom, I have to always have hope. Because if I don't have hope, then what do I have? I've got nothing. And I've got to hope that my daughter is going to beat her addiction.
Now, state health officials say there is federal money going specifically towards treatment centers. $26 million, in fact, as part of the Cures Act. But advocates say they haven't seen any new treatment centers. For now, reporting live here in Columbus, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. The Dayton nurse says that she's not a hero. She just went into nurse mode during the Vegas shooting, but as you can see behind me, she's being recognized and honored for her bravery.
I heard bullets going right by my head.
The moment's still fresh, still painful.
I'm going through PTSD treatment.
Sitting with us, Chris Hull explaining she's just trying to find a sense of normalcy.
I still have a lot of nightmares. I don't sleep much.
This is the first time Chris has been in a large crowd setting since the horrifying night in Las Vegas. She's here at the Hyatt Regency receiving an honor she never imagined.
I'm overwhelmed, humbled, very humbled.
The March of Dimes giving her this year's Nurse Hero Award.
I'm not a hero, more that I'm just a nurse.
Her actions say otherwise. In the minutes following those fatal shots last month, she jumped into action, performing CPR, caring for victims, pulling some to safety, at one point fearing she wouldn't make it herself, but somehow escaped with minor injuries.
You just don't think, you just do.
We were there when she made her emotional return home to Ohio, her heart now with the victims lost.
And then 91 is, it was called the Route 91 Harvest Festival.
A fresh tattoo remembering those killed. Her message to others, live life to the fullest and help when you can.
So what's next for the nurse? She says she wants to write a book about her experience during that Vegas shooting. She says she wants to inspire others to help when there's danger. For now, reporting here in downtown Columbus, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News. Columbus Public Schools say that they see about 40% of young boys without some sort of father figure in their lives. That's why tonight's event, like the one you see right behind me, is so important to help build that foundation to be successful.
It takes a village to raise a child, yes. And it truly does.
Yorktown Middle School Principal Shannon Tucker says teachers can't do it alone.
If we can catch them in middle school, they have a greater chance of being successful when they go into high school.
That's why the former Northland High School basketball coach, James Satch Sullinger, is pitching in.
God's blessed me with energy and a lot of free time now that I'm retired. And so kids are where I put my energy now.
He's speaking at tonight's father and son bonding event at Yorktown Middle. He says a little bit of guidance for these young boys can go a long way.
If we don't mentor them and get involved with them, then we're part of the problem.
The students can't wait to hear from the famous coach.
I know he won a lot of championships.
13-year-old Daniel Collins says he's one of the lucky ones. He still has his dad in his life, but not many of his friends do.
Sad, because it's disappointing. They didn't have a father figure in their lives. Who else is going to tell you about what to do in life other than your mom?
Daniel says he wants to be a basketball player when he grows up, but has a backup plan just in case that doesn't pan out.
A nurse. I want to help people, get people healthy.
All right, back out here live. People are still trickling in here for the event. You see the former coach there. He was just talking with some of the students right now. So they're going to be having dinner. And then after that, they're going to hear him speak. And then they're going to have a one-on-one basketball with the father versus the sons.
That'll be a great event. And Jackie, we know a lot of the kids love sports. They want to be basketball or football superstars. But is Coach Satch showing kids their other careers as well?
Yeah, that's right. The former coach says that he's actually working with the city and trying to build some camps, trying to get them that there are other careers in the sports field, but you could be in coaching, personal training, or sports medicine. So, of course, lots of options, but you still have that passion for that sports. For now, reporting live here in East Columbus, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6. A cancer survivor gets a second chance in the most unexpected way from a young man on the other side of the world. But Michael's story is not about the cancer that almost killed him. Here's a story you'll only see on ABC 6.
In 2015, my immune system was weakening. It was shutting down.
Michael Bragalone never imagined he would beat a rare, incurable, and deadly blood cancer.
The combination of the infection being in my blood, along with the chemo, almost killed me.
To make matters worse, his wife dying of breast cancer in the midst of Michael's medical storm.
My wife Candace, in her dying days at the James, looked at me and said, "Mike, I believe you're going to get a cure."
Things did take a turn for the better, in part because of doctors at the James Cancer Hospital and a bone marrow transplant last year, a match found outside the U.S.
Ophir Benishai, Nazareth Elite, Israel.
Just connecting a month ago with that donor, a 19-year-old member of the military from Israel, reading for us an email they recently shared.
I'd do it again and again if I knew that I saved someone's life.
Bragalone now using his new lease of life to help others.
And I believe that God had come into me and healed me and has given me a second chance at life.
Volunteering at the James Cancer Hospital, trying to make an impact, also pushing others to do the same.
Inspiring them to live and to live strong like I am.
He hopes others will give back too, whether it's volunteering or donating blood. It can save someone's life. In Granville, Jackie Orozco, ABC.
Thanks, Phil. Young felons are spreading a message of hope and steering kids away from prison. They're making sure children in the foster care system stay on the right path with a new pair of wheels and a handwritten note, just in time for the holidays.
I was hanging out with people I shouldn't have been hanging out with.
Randy Jackson says his life spiraled out of control when he was just 15 years old.
Breaking the houses, smoking, drinking, doing stuff that I know I shouldn't have been doing.
He thought he was untouchable.
Not really thinking about anybody else but myself.
Until he got arrested and charged as an adult for assaulting a Cincinnati officer.
This is my third holiday locked up, my third birthday locked up. And it's tiresome for real.
He's 18 now and turning his life around.
It's a good feeling.
One bike at a time.
This program is teaching me to help others and just to give back. And it feels good to give back.
That program called Ride Out, organized by charity group known as Bike Lady.
This year, we will work with 8 prisons, hopefully assembling 1,700 bikes that will go to kids in foster care in 43 Ohio counties in time for Christmas.
The goal? Give a new pair of wheels to at-risk foster kids just in time for Christmas. And have their peers write a special message to help foster kids stay on the right path. Randy Jackson read his letter to us.
Never lose hope. It can be worse than what you think. Trust me when I say that it can. Sincerely, RJ.
Even though he's not scheduled to get out of prison until June 2019. Are you counting the days?
Yeah, it's about that time.
He's holding on to his own advice.
It's going to get better. That's what keeps me moving in prison.
In Orient,
it's getting better.
Now, it costs about $70 to buy a new bike, a helmet, and a lock for every foster child. If you want to learn more about how you can help, go to our website, abc6onyourside.com, and click on this story. Now, after the break, that team up north had some trouble against Wisconsin.